India following his invasion in 326 BC. From India, Buddhist monks may have brought aspects of the art to China, which in turn planted the seed for all Asian martial arts, including Kung Fu, Karate, and Muay Thai.
Between our stand-up strikes and throws, we're beginning to feel pretty confident about the standing portion of the fight.
Now it's time to learn how to survive when the fight goes to the ground. For our next move, we're going to train with a former bodyguard and MMA cage fighter.
And learn a technique that comes from the toughest warriors in Greek history, the Spartans. This is Dmitry Glazakos, a direct descendant of Spartan warriors. A former bodyguard and MMA fighter, Dmitry is an expert in ancient Greek close-quarter combat.
But now, would this be the type of knives that like a Spartan would carry back in the day?
Yeah, it is very heavy.
Oh, wow. This thing is really heavy.
Over a foot long and weighing almost 7 pounds, these short swords were designed to cause the maximum amount of damage. But Spartans had other ways to do damage too. Spartan soldiers had to train in Pankration for 23 fanatical years, starting at the age of 7. They were such serious fighters, they boycotted the Olympics because eye gouging and biting were forbidden.
Instead, Spartan soldiers used their unique form of Pankration for just one thing: to kill an opponent on the battlefield. In ancient warfare, 2 lines of armored soldiers would meet in a clash of shields. In the chaos of battle, it was all too easy to lose both your weapon and your footing and find yourself on the ground. But because of the armor, strikes were of limited use, so the Spartans developed other killer moves.
So I guess this would pretty much break his neck, huh? Exactly.
So these are some of the grappling moves that you would incorporate if it went to the ground?
Yeah.
Works for me, Bill.
Yeah, they look great. Can you show us some of them?
Yes, we have to go to the gym, I think, and do some work.
Okay.
Let's go to the gym.
Back at the gym, Dmitry told us that the first step to Spartan ground fighting was securing dominant body position.
So I go down. I go there. No, I don't want to be trapped somewhere like...
Known as passing the guard in MMA circles, the key is to shoot past the legs, plant a knee, and destroy your opponent on the ground.
So we've seen a lot of statues of the Greek soldiers. They have another guy with his arm behind his back. You know, it's really iconic. Is there a move like that in Pankration we can use?
Yes, we're going to do something similar.
This was our first ground maneuver, a killer joint attack inspired by a Spartan disarming technique called the akroshirizen, or shoulder lock. And it hurt.
So is this what you're talking about, Bill?
Yeah.
Is this the move?
This is it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Want to see it again?
Nope.
Okay.
For this shoulder lock, you first throw your opponent to the ground. When he's there, squeeze his head between your thighs and twist his arm behind his back, locking the shoulder joint and leaving him at your mercy.
So this puts pressure on the shoulder.
Exactly.
Bill, does it feel like there's pressure there?
Yeah.
This move uses your opponent's arm as a lever working against him. The greater the torque on his shoulder, the greater the pain inflicted. And exceeding the joint's normal range of motion causes more than just pain. The soft tissue, muscles, and the bone can all be seriously damaged by this pressure.
I'm kneeling here, I'm hitting. He's giving this up here. You're turning, you're getting on both your knees, right? It's really hot in here, sweaty, nasty mats, get burns all over your faces, and training that shoulder lock's really gonna help me, because if I get that guy in that right position, now I know where to place my hands, tighten the knees, hold them down, and break that shoulder. Fight will be over really quick.
This move is designed to make an opponent submit, and is inspired by the bone-breaking maneuvers of the battlefield. It was techniques like this that helped Sparta crush their enemies. Perhaps Sparta's most famous battle took place in 480 BC. Just 300 Spartan soldiers fought a heroic last stand in Thermopylae against an invading army of an estimated 200,000 Persians. With over 600 Persians for every Spartan soldier, these were impossible odds. But unbelievably, they held out for 3 days, and when they lost their swords and shields, all they had left was Pankration. The brutality and strength of the Spartans has never been forgotten and continues to inspire soldiers to this day.
And the moves they use continue to be part of the MMA fighter's arsenal. Moves like the Achilles leg lock that Dmitry taught us next.
So you're using the ridge of your forearm right underneath the back of his soft tendon, and then by pulling your shoulder back and pulling
Go
up,
back, and then I turn a little.
it puts pressure.
Yes, I put pressure also here with my knees.
The move begins with your opponent on his back. After breaking his guard, you trap his ankle against your torso and lock your arms against the back of his legs, right on the Achilles tendon. Then, falling backwards, you lock your own thighs around your opponent's trapped leg. The goal of this lock is to stretch the tendons at the top of the foot to the breaking point. The strongest tendons have a tensile force threshold of just over 400 pounds. Applying any more pressure than that can tear the tendons from their base or snap them in two.
Just here.
Yes, the other one also. Here, down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that.
It doesn't take a lot of pressure to make this move work. Bill's got all of his body weight behind it, just a little lift of the hips and pull back of the shoulder, and I'm limping out of the ring.
Stop here and turn. And do it. Yeah? And the leg.
This is like your old pro wrestling days, Bill.
This move is really technical. It's really difficult for me. I like it if I could get it in. I think it's something I can use, but it's such a speedy move and it's such a technical move. If you don't know exactly what you're doing and you go for it and you fall back and the guy's slippery, you're in a race to see who punches someone in the face first.
Which is why Dmitry told Jason and I we needed practice in a real fight right now. Jason was up first.
Pankration is so close to my MMA background, I'm able to dominate this guy pretty fast. Feels great.
That's the shoulder lock we learned. Guess it works.
Then it was my turn. This guy was a colossus.
You're gonna try to get under those elbows. There you go. Now use it, suck it. Hips. Passing one.
I was trying to use the leg lock we just learned, but I just wasn't fast enough.
That's it. One knee in the middle. Now there you go. Now push. There you go. Now go. Pass. Get on top of the mount. Get on top of the mount now. Get on top of the mount. Get on top of the mount. Nice. Good work, guys.
It's really nice to go against another heavyweight. Most of the time I'm stuck with the little guys, but he had great strength, real compact, good power. So it led to a really interesting match. I tried to go for some of the shoulder locks, but he was really strong. He fished out on me and kept those arms in. You know, maybe a couple more minutes it would have turned out differently, but we do have a fight coming up.
With our stand-up strikes, our throws, and our bone-breaking joint locks, our Pankration arsenal is finally filling out.